Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So, moved up through the first level, pausing there, see this high, key close on it, then attacking the next little cluster, which then we pulled back. What do you do in this instant? We've talked about this in other videos. We had to go down to the 1 hour chart from the 4 hour chart, and using a pause in here. So let me remove a couple of these other ones. Let me remove some of this, and we'll leave the big levels on there. So on the 1 hour chart, we can go from this move that started it, and then this is really close to the level, which gave us the next two levels. So 94.47 or 94.75 right now, and then 95.39. You could also, if you wanted to, come up to this level. If you wanted the longer term ones, this is the one we used. So that's what we're watching for now. 95.39. Next one's 96.17 to 96.48. We've moved up our GAN retracement levels to this candlestick right here. We had a little pause, but these levels aren't going to be as good as if we get a nice little pullback on the 4 hour. You see we finally broke out strongly to the upside. We'll take a look at this daily chart right now. On a pullback, be watching for a pullback about 91.25 to 91.77. That's the key levels we're watching for. Let's check in on the daily chart. So massive big bar up after moving sideways, 8 coming up, catching up. This is now, just be careful, it is getting extended and we're getting some of these big bars. Not saying that it can't continue higher, because it's going to continue higher, doesn't, but when we start getting multiple rotations and spreading out, we're going to at some point get that sudden and big pullback. Right now also trading just below this key resistance, right about this 95.39 is coming in, forming a cluster right here with these this prior close and this prior open. The candle body's right there. If we power through this 96.48, the next major level we'll be watching for is about 9800. So keep an eye. If we did have a sharper pullback to the 25% GAN, that's where we have the rising 8 EMA on the daily chart. So that's going to be very good support. And you see it was support on for this day, this day, this day. So that's a key level to watch for. If we do get a sudden and sharp pullback, that's the one we'll be watching for on the daily chart. Checking in on Ethereum. So Ethereum moving up strongly. Let me update first. Let me try to get these GAN levels. Here we go. We're pausing right about here. All right, so this plowed through our major cluster, stalled out at this first cluster 642, then went through the next major cluster, pausing briefly at the 692 level. Again, we had to drop to the hour chart, and I'll show you how we did that. Right then, we came from this move that started this power up move, coming to this recent pause at the prior level that gave us the 706 level, spike through it, closing again, now just holding at that level. The next one is 720. We can also update these other levels and get our really 4 hour levels at this point. So we'll switch back to that chart in 1 second. That'll give us the bigger term levels. Just wanted to point that out on the daily chart. So this is actually getting pretty extended on multiple time frames. So let's see here. Let me also move this one up to the most recent move that started it. That's not really giving us much, so we're just going to stick with these major levels. Minor 11 to 720, major 756, then major 850. Pullback levels, I'd be watching somewhere in this rotation zone about the 12.5% pullback, 667, and then the bottom of the rotation zone about 650. Let's check in on the daily chart though. Daily chart is showing us. Now this is really getting extended. We're just getting a couple bar pauses. 8 didn't even have a chance to catch up. So people really piling in here. We're running into a lot of resistance around the 720 level. See, it's lining up. If we go sideways with this prior key resistance level. So really pay attention to that one. If we do get the bigger drop, then I'm going to be watching for about 6. Where are we looking at? 610 to 623 are the next key levels to the downside. That'd be rising 8 and the 25% pullback. That's what we're watching for if we do pull back more. That's what we have for you on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.